And there's breaking news coming in from MP now. A 45-year-old died after he was accidentally buried even as a pothole was being covered in Katni in Madhya Pradesh. The incident came to light after villagers, in fact, noticed the fact that there was a man buried under that rubble there, which was being covered up. Absolutely shocking case coming in from Katni in Madhya Pradesh. We are hearing from the police. We'll get you more details on this.
थाने में सवेरे करीब 9 बजे पौने 9 बजे सूचना प्राप्त हुई कि खड़ा गांव के पास एक मृतक रोड के किनारे गिट्टियों में दबा पड़ा हुआ है। इस सूचना पर वरिष्ठ अधिकारियों को सूचना देकर एसआई पांडे और स्टाफ को हमरा लेकर मौके पर आया। मृतक खत्म हो चुका था, गिट्टियों में दब के उसकी मौत हो चुकी थी, जिसकी शिनाख्ती कराई गई, जिसका नाम है लटोरी सिपाही लाल बर्मन, 45 वर्ष उम्र, घाट सिमरिया का रहने वाला था। विगत 10-15 साल से यहीं पर खड़ा में मकान बना के रहने लगा था, जिसकी मृत्यु का मर्ग पंचनामा कार्रवाई की गई है और शव को पीएम हेतु सिलवानाबाद भेजा गया है, जिसकी जांच कार्रवाई जारी है। तो सूचना अभी अपन को 9 बजे प्राप्त हुई है। कौन जेसीबी वाला था, कौन ठेकेदार है, कौन क्या है, उसकी विवेचना करके उसकी कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
Well, that's the police's statement to the fact that as soon as they realized what had happened, the man had already passed away. My colleague Hemendra is with us with more details on this. Now, Hemendra, this is such a shocking case because we understand that this man had accidentally slipped into this pothole. This was an under construction road, but the fact that he had slipped in did not really come to anyone's notice, and then a road roller went over the crater, filling it up. How did this happen? How did it escape anyone's notice that there was a man trapped inside?
Well, according to the police, this road was being constructed right in front of this man's house in Katni. And according to the police, again, this is subject to verification because this man is already dead, and he was the police is saying that he was drunk and he fell into that pothole, and thereafter two people who were managing those JCB machines, they did not notice him, and they started rolling mud into the pothole, and as a result he was buried into it, but he was later pulled out of it. Police for the moment have registered a case under section 304A against two people and are saying that they are conducting further investigations.
Who are these two people, Hemendra? Who is ultimately responsible for this absolutely shocking instance? And also do tell us, how was it that locals eventually realized that there was somebody in there?
Well, the two people who have been booked under section 304A for causing death are the two people who are actually managing and actually applying those JCB machines on the spot there. And as far as how this man was noticed was because when this thing was being done, people saw his hands coming out of, locals saw his hands coming out of that pothole when this JCB thing was being done over there. And then everyone was alerted, the administration was alerted, but by the time it was too late and this man was already dead, police later said that this man was drunk and he fell into this pothole in front of his house in this under construction road, and it's because of this that this death happened.
What exactly was the condition of this road, Hemendra? If you've been able to speak with the family of the deceased, what have they said about the condition of the road? How is it that there was a pothole or a crater large enough for a man to fall into and then go unnoticed?
Well, this was an under construction road right in front of this man's house. This road was being constructed, and they were constructing this road the day this incident. In fact, this incident happened day before yesterday, and came to light yesterday morning. And then people started trying to find out what happened and how it happened. Then eventually police realized that this was an under construction road. Therefore, yesterday they had dug this pothole. Yesterday, when they saw that it has been filled, they realized that there were hands of a man coming out of it. Then he was pulled out. Then they realized that this man was dead. Then they held these two people accountable for it, and then they registered a case against them. The family members of the dead, of course, are still in a state of shock because
yes,
this happened right in front of their house, and they never thought that a man sleeping outside their house would
eventually stay on with us, Hemendra. This is an absolutely appalling incident coming forth from Katni in Madhya Pradesh. I understand we have activist Revati Ashok with us on the phone. Revati, you know, what is the first reaction when you see something as shocking as this, that there is a pothole on a road large enough for a man to first of all slip into, then go unnoticed, and then the fact that road rollers, the JCBs, come out and cover it up without even realizing that there's a human being inside? It's absolutely shocking. In fact, I understand we're trying to connect with Revati Ashok, activist. We'll speak to her in a minute, but really, really shocking case coming forth from Katni, where a 45-year-old has been buried alive. Hemendra is with us, giving us the details on this. Hemendra, has there been any reaction yet from the authorities? What has the government, what is the district, collector, anybody come forth and actually said?
Well, the district administration is taking it a bit too lightly. They think that their duty is done after they have registered a case under Section 304A. And they have registered a case against these two people who are there in the JCB machine at that time. And they think that it's a case of negligence. It's not a case of murder. Had they seen the man there lying in that pothole, they would not have taken the JCB machine over there. But the administration now is saying and claiming that since it's a case of negligence, they have booked these two people under Section 304, and the case of murder is not made out at this moment.
Now, Hemendra, the fact is, yes, it may not be a case of murder, but it is very clearly a case of absolutely gross criminal negligence, and the establishment, the authorities, the district officials have to be accountable for it. In fact, just hold that thought, Hemendra. I understand we have Revati Ashok on the phone with us now. Revati, the first reaction to something as horrific as this, where there's a pothole on a road large enough for a man to slip into, then go unnoticed, and then the road rollers come out and literally bury him alive?
Yeah, I think it is absolutely tragic and unpardonable what has happened. And, the apathy towards this whole issue of fixing potholes is unbelievable. I mean, we at BPAC have been writing to the Chief Minister for the last 2 years. We must have made 8 representations, personal meetings with the BBMP to take potholes seriously. I mean, there are no words to describe this kind of tragedy. Absolutely no words to describe.